Welcome guys, welcome to another video. So the big question is, should an iPhone user be moving on to a Samsung Galaxy S8? Let's find out. Okay, so how are we doing that? We're doing some pros and cons. So all the pros will be in favor of moving to Galaxy S8 and cons will be not in favor. So the first pro is customization. There's endless amount of customization available on this phone. There are different themes, different icon packs, different launchers. To give you an example, if you go in the wallpaper and themes, so these are all the themes available that you can apply on your phone. I've downloaded a couple and I'm running a dark theme as well. You can change the icons. There are a lot of options available, and then there is an always on display themes as well. So the first, customization. The second is widgets. If you're new to Android, if you have only used an iPhone, so widgets are like active tiles that you can put on your home screen. In this case, I've got a calendar widget and also a Telstra data and calls usage as well. So there are a lot of different widgets available. To give an idea, so if you go to widgets, so there are Chrome, there's catch of the day, there's a clock, contacts. I've also got a couple of widgets on my phone. So I've got a quick call for my wife. So if I just click on this button, we'll call my wife straight away. I don't have to go in the phone. And then I've got directions to my home, so I don't have to go in Google Maps and type my home address and everything. I just click on this button and it works. So that's widgets. Number 3 is SD card slot, which means you can expand the memory on the phone. So the base memory on this phone is 64 gigabytes, and I've got a 64 gigabyte SD card in there. So which basically means it's a 128 gig phone. You can expand that to 128 and even 256 gigabyte memory card. So the choice is yours. Whereas on iPhone, the space is what you buy out of the box. If you bought a 32 gig phone or a 64 128, so you will be stick to that all your life. The next one is wireless charging. So Galaxy S8 is equipped with wireless charging. I've got a wireless charging unit here to show you. All you do is just put your phone on the pad and done, it's charging. There's nothing of this sort available on an iPhone, so that's a huge advantage. I've got a couple of these pads, and one in my study and one in my bedroom on my bedside table, so I just put the phone on the pad and it works. The next one is fast charging. So the Galaxy S8 has a fast charging built in as well. So if I plug in the cable, it charges and it actually tells you as well. If you go on the home screen, so it tells you fast charging 35%, about 1 hour 10 minutes until fully charged. So that's super speed. Again, iPhone doesn't have that as well. Okay, the next one is battery life. They're all linked together, but battery life, I've noticed moving from an iPhone 6s to Galaxy S8, the battery life is amazing. I charged my phone last night around 9:30, 10, and it's 10:29 p.m. the next day, and I've still got 35%. And I did use my phone throughout the day, check my emails and some heavy usage as well, being on social media. The next one is always on display on Galaxy S8. To give you an example, I'll show you that. So the phone has always on display, so it shows the time, the date, the battery percentage, and your notification icons as well, which again iPhone doesn't have that. So we'll just bring it back. Okay, the next one is Google services on S8. So being an Android phone, it has Google services such as Photos, Music, and Google Assistant, which is equivalent of Siri on an iPhone. But I think Google Assistant is much better in terms of responsiveness and the results that it displays on the screen. Photos, I've actually noticed on Google, it's much better as well. It organizes your photos based on time, date, location, faces. That feature is also available on iPhone natively, but on being a Google service, it's free of charge, and it's unlimited photos. You don't have to pay any single cent whatsoever. On an iPhone, the base iCloud storage is 5 GB, and then you have to pay $1.50 or whatever you want to pay to increase your usage. So small amount, but still counts. The next one is camera. Camera on S8 is, I believe, much better than 6S, even 7 and 7 Plus. The photos are more vivid, they're more vibrant. It depends on the person liking as well, but I think my personal preference is more vibrant, and dark is black is more black, and it's just a better visual appearance on the photos. So I'll put as a con for, a pro for Galaxy S8. The next one is the Bluetooth 5.0 that's on S8. That's not even available on iPhone 7 Plus or 7, which is the latest phone as yet, and this is the 6S, which obviously doesn't have that as well. So what is Bluetooth 5.0? What it does is you can connect to two different devices. For example, in this case, two different audio devices, and you can stream different music to different devices. That's one of a very cool feature in S8. Or you can have two different devices. You can stream same music on both of them. One could be in your bedroom, one could be in the living room, or in an entertainment area. And the other thing in S8 is the whole UI experience is much better. In terms of navigation and the visual appearance it has, for example, the display moves. It's called Infinity Display. It's a bit different than what you have the motion on iPhone. Then to give you an example, if you make a call and the person doesn't answer on the S8, that is, and if it doesn't answer, the phone actually gives you an option to set a reminder, send a message. That's I think a very clever way of doing it. That's unfortunately not available on an iPhone. After using the S8 for a week, I've been using iPhones since they came, iPhone 3 and then up till iPhone 7. It feels that the iOS is a bit outdated in terms of what S8 has to offer. So these are all the pros if you would be moving to an S8 from an iPhone. Now there are some cons as well, not a huge ones, but there are some. The first one being integration. For me, I have a MacBook, Apple TV, and a couple of iPads. So the whole Apple ecosystem, talks with the devices very nicely. So in this case, my S8 is the odd one out, and have to live with that. But I think that's a small price to pay. The next one is the call display when the phone actually rings. That I have to give that to the iPhone. So what happens is that's a very small thing that I've noticed. When the phone rings on S8, for example, the phone is in your pocket, it's ringing, you take it out from your pocket. It takes probably 2 or 3 seconds for the phone to come to the full brightness. Until it does that, you're not able to see what's happening on the screen. You don't know who's calling you. On an iPhone, the brightness changes straight away, so you don't have that issue. The other thing is, even though Galaxy S8 has the iris scanner and in the fingerprint scanner at the back, or the facial recognition, the unlocking process is somewhat slower, whereas on the iPhone, it's instant. You just put your finger on the Touch ID and it will unlock straight away. So the iris scanner works perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it, but it is a bit slow as compared to unlocking the phone using Touch ID. The next one is, which I believe is probably the biggest that you need to consider. It's the amount of money that you have spent in the App Store in past few years. You would be losing. You'll be losing all of that. for me, I've spent at least few $100 on the apps on Apple TV and iPhone, which I have to probably buy again on an S8 using the Google Play Store. So that's doubling up your money. So what you have invested in App Store, unfortunately, you can't bring it over to your Google devices. The next one is the ease of use on iPhone. All the apps are on your home screen. You don't have any app drawer or anything that you need to worry about. If you're not very technologically savvy, iPhone is probably the best option because it's very easy to use. S8, it's a customization heaven. So if you don't know what you need to do, it could be a bit cumbersome for you for a few days or a few weeks until you get the hang of it. But in terms of ease of use, definitely iPhone. But there are certain modes you can enable on S8. There's an easy mode which almost mimics the iPhone layout, which you can do that as well. But in terms of the whole ecosystem, definitely the iPhone. So 5 cons and 10 pros. So I think you have the answer. You should be definitely moving from an iPhone to S8. Trust me, you won't be surprised how amazing this device is. I've been using it from last week as my daily phone and couldn't be happier. I'll be doing a lot more videos in terms of the camera comparison and any other comparisons. If you have any questions, if you want to know anything, please feel free to drop me a question in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer. If you like this video, make sure you do a thumbs up and subscribe. It's only my second video, so I'll be doing my best to answer any questions you have. But in the meantime, take care and see you.